Good morning. I am a little bit late, sorry about that. And I am trying something new with my camera today. So bear with me because I'm trying to get, I don't know how to do this. I think I need some new equipment. I'm trying to make my videos look better on YouTube for you guys, but I don't know if this is gonna work. So, hey, say hi as you're joining. It's a lot chillier today. Can you guys see me okay? Hey, Betty. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late today. Oh, man. And see, it's so, hey, Dawn. All right. Let's get started here. Let me just get my timer going. I'm trying to fix my videos for YouTube. You guys, if any of you guys do my YouTube videos, you know they're the wrong way. And so that's what I'm trying to do right now, but I think that they look funny and they're probably gonna look funny for social media. I think I need 2 phones to do these, but I wanted to improve the quality. It seems like if I improve the quality for one platform, I degrade it for another. So anyways, we'll get started. Welcome. I got my new Be Boundless apparel on. Okay, this isn't new. I ordered this a while ago, but it's cold enough that I needed a t-shirt this morning. I ordered my workout tanks last night. I can't wait to show them off. You guys, I got one that says move with me because these are move sessions. So welcome. If you are just starting your own workout journey, if you're just returning to a workout journey, if you've been off for a bit, if you've been injured, sick, laid off, I don't know. Remember to take everything at your own pace. Remember to modify anything that feels not good for you. Most important thing is that you show up, right? What you do, whether you do the exact same thing as me or if you have to modify for your own intensity, your own effort, the most important thing is that you're here. And what I want you to understand is every time that you show up, you make a deposit into your health and well-being and towards your future goals, right? So what I mean by that is sometimes showing up doesn't look pretty. Sometimes it means you get 20 minutes out of the 45 minutes of the workout done. Some days maybe it's just a warm-up, but something is always better than nothing. So I want you to remember the most important thing is for you just to show up, first of all. Secondly, assess the day, right? Like gauge, like, where are you at today? Are you feeling good? Is today gonna be an awesome day? Are you well rested from the weekend? You know, you slept great, you've eaten well, or is today a day where you're tired and run down? Assess the day, make note of it, but don't judge or criticize and don't attach anything to it. It is what it is. It's neither bad or good, it just is. You know, last week, Friday, I think it was, I had a day that I went out for my run and the entire run stunk. Like I just could not yet. Usually, as you guys know, when you do a workout, when you do a run, when you do anything, usually once you're warmed up, 10, 15, 20 minutes in, you start to loosen up and feel good. No, my run, I never got to that point. And what I did instead of calling it, which is one option, I actually made myself stay out there a little longer so that I could just get comfortable feeling uncomfortable. And I just took all pressure off. I walked a lot. I sat on many benches and rocks. But I just made myself show up and do it and remove any of the pressure or the expectations, right? I always say raise your standards, lower your expectations. So raise your standards meaning demand more of yourself, but lower the expectations meaning don't require things to be perfect or even good in order to do them, right? So I'm increasing the intensity for the second round. If you are a beginner, you might want to keep it at the low intensity that we did for the first round. You may notice that these sessions are now only held in the Get Strong community. I'm only doing Thursdays publicly, but you can always find the replays on the YouTube channel. They're always going to be on the YouTube channel, so if you ever have to miss one, or you want to repeat one, maybe you really liked one, you want to do one again, they'll always get loaded onto the YouTube channel. I have some exciting projects coming up with these move sessions, so it's just funny because these sessions started out as a way for me to get my butt in gear because I was not showing up for myself, and that goes to show the power of community, because I thank those of you who've been with me this whole time. Did we do jacks? Talking too much. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Accountability is huge. I don't know why we think we gotta do stuff by ourselves all the time, but if you're struggling with motivation, one of the best things you can do is connect into a community of people who are doing what you want to do, so that their influence will rub off on you, and that thing that you want to do that's so hard for you right now, it's so foreign, it becomes second nature. And the other thing is accountability. You will set your standards for yourself based on your normal, right? Like people that you hang around with the most, the individuals that, and that's just by osmosis, you guys. So that's a sneaky trick in life is, let's say you want to get up earlier in the morning, you don't want to go to bed so late. You want to start surrounding yourself with people who do that, right? Versus you want to get up earlier, but you hang around with people who are nighthawks, right? You're going against, it's like swimming upstream. You want to become a runner, you start hanging out with other runners. Surround yourself with other runners. Okay, I'm going high impact now. Man, I feel so much better than I did last week. I'm feeling good today. Today's a boundless day. What is be boundless? Just in case you guys don't know, I'm going to talk to you guys about the different taglines that we came up with. You're going to see what people like, what people relate to. But be boundless is my OG, my original. Actually, somebody said, I had a line of clothing when I first started my Boundless Pursuits coaching and training. And someone said, Heather said, I really like the original logo, so I might have to come out with a vintage apparel line, maybe on my business anniversary. Anyway, Be Boundless is about pursuing a life where you're always looking to grow, right? A life of perpetual growth. Personal growth, professional growth, physical growth, whatever growth it is that you desire, but it's about discovering your limits and moving past them, right? So when I first started the company, Boundless Pursuits, it was very much about my ultra running. Running long distance, running faster, running longer, running stronger, running more difficult. And it was about physical strength. The last few years, I became a lot more focused on building business. And I marveled at how Boundless Pursuits still served that purpose. And now, I'm trying to figure out how to do both. How to do both. How to resume, as you guys know, I'm pursuing a physical event that is going to be the biggest, hardest thing I've ever done. I I had someone tell me the other day that I chose the hardest of the courses in the series. I said, well, thanks for that. I chose the one that spoke to me most. But it's also, I'm really passionate about you guys and seeing you break. I can see some of you doing that already. You've been doing that since we connected in January. What is next for you, right? Constantly kind of ask yourself, what is next? I did this, now what could I do, right? Like, what is your goal for 2020? Just went off, the hydro went. Okay, I am gonna open my garage door because I need some air in here. And then, okay, we're gonna do some different sets here. Our first set, so you're gonna grab, if you have a step, a bench, a step, something to step up and down on, grab a weight. We're gonna be doing step ups and squats to start. So I'm gonna grab my weight. I'm gonna grab a couple different options here. If you are brand new, you're just starting out with working out, you're just resuming workouts, you're coming back from being sick. I can't stress enough, less is more. Slow down to speed up. You're gonna get results faster if you go slower, guaranteed. None of us wanna do that because we're not patient, but it's the way it works, unfortunately. And so, okay, I haven't started yet. Let's go. We're gonna start with squats. Ready? All right, so grab whatever weights you're using or no weights, and we're just gonna do suitcase squats. So your feet are about shoulder width apart. You're gonna make sure your shoulder blades are squeezed, right? Remember, think about chest out. If you think, sorry, I don't know what's happening. I connected to my data. I don't think anyone's there. Okay, now we're going to step ups. Whew. Sorry, you guys, for the technical difficulties. So we're alternating squats and step ups. So the idea is that we're going to fatigue our legs a little bit on the squat part. Remember, don't use weights if you're new. Now we get a 30-second rest. Okay, so we're doing 30 seconds of squats, 30 seconds of step ups, 30-second rest, and we're going to do 4 sets. Or 3 sets. 3 sets. Okay, grab your weights, get ready. So, just to reiterate, because I think I lost you guys, your feet are shoulder width apart, chest is out, squatting down. Make sure you can see your toes. You'll notice I'm not looking at my toes, but I can see in my kind of vision my toes sticking out. So you don't want your knees coming forward. You want to be sitting your butt back. Driving those. Okay, now we're going to step ups. Okay? Again, you can alternate weight. You can use one weight. You can use no weight. A great idea would be a knapsack, books or something, weighted knapsack. Might have to try that. Okay, 30-second rest. We're gonna do one more round. You guys on now? You guys made your way back to me. Sorry about the signal. I went to data. Our hydro went out for a couple seconds there. Woo! I always neglect to realize, you know, you come in here and it's super cold and you get moving. It's hot. Okay, so shoulder width apart, your feet, shoulders are back, chest is out, head is in a neutral position, so probably looking to maybe where your wall meets your floor. Getting that butt down, pulling the belly button in. Can you do all that all at once? Okay, now we're stepping up. Getting a whole foot on whatever you're stepping up on. You don't have to have a box like I have. You can have a bench. You can use a heavy cooler that doesn't have wheels. That's what I used all summer. I used my Yeti, which is quite heavy. So one drawback to Yetis, they're not the easiest to transport. Okay, we're gonna do one more set. We're gonna do 4 after all. Hopefully you guys are good now with my connection. Whew. Bear with me as I make some modifications to our, I want to get better at providing these classes accessible to everybody with better, is it better when I film it like at this angle, you guys, like widthwise instead of, I guess horizontal instead of vertical? Let me know if it's better. I think it's going to be better for YouTube. Make sure you guys check out my website today. I'm pretty excited. Mostly because I did it myself. I want everyone to know that because there's mistakes on it that I gotta fix. So I want you guys to know that I'm sure you've noticed or can figure out that I'm not very techy. And I'm also not a details girl, so I like to get the content out, and if sometimes it's raw. Hence why all my videos are the wrong way. But there are definitely a few navigational tweaks I need to make on the website, a couple of links that aren't quite working. But the general gist is the clothes are there, the swag is there, and the checkout process works. And I think, Yvonne, did it change currency for you? I was pretty proud of myself if that works. It worked on my test site. So of course, the original branding is Be Boundless, right? So I just kind of explained to you guys what Be Boundless means. Okay, we're starting a new set now. We're gonna go to lunges and step ups. We're doing both. But what we're gonna do this time is we're gonna alternate single step ups, okay? I'm gonna be doing a lot of step ups, you guys. I got a big mountain race to train for. Okay. If you're new, don't use a weight for this. Okay, starting with lunges. So Be Boundless is about empowering you to pursue your life without limits. And what that means is just identifying what the limits are that are holding you back right now and pushing them, right? Pushing past them. It's about chasing your dreams. It's about dreaming in the first place, right? And, okay, now we're gonna go right leg. The next line that I created was compared to what? And that is my mantra for my training cycle. So every time I make an excuse, like I'm tired, I'm sore, I ask myself compared to what? And it's a great question to incorporate into your internal dialogue, because so often we have excuses. And the way that our minds work, the human mind works, is we are really good at creating a case, so to speak, for our excuses, right? We're really, really good at backing up the excuses that we want to believe are valid. So, compared to what is a way of questioning yourself when you are having that internal dialogue or negotiations with yourself. So I asked myself, like Friday when I was having a really kind of rough, not rough, just wasn't good. And your mind immediately says, this isn't good, and starts to craft the stories of why you should stop, right? Your alarm goes off in the morning. You're not really feeling, so left foot this time, inspired to get up, right? And you start to create the stories to support what your feelings want. That's another story. I have a fun little story about that too, but your feelings want to stay in bed. Your goals need you to get up and do whatever you got to do. Whatever the reason was that you set the alarm in the first place. So for me, maybe it was I had to get up at a certain time because I did do a run. So your mind says, I'm tired. You say, compared to what? And then you start to flip the story, right? So, for example, Friday, I could not get into a groove or a rhythm. My run just never came out of me. You guys know I always talk about letting your run or your workout come out of you. It did not come around. And so I thought to myself, compared to what? Compared to a good run. But if I compare it to how I'm going to feel 100 miles into my 200 miler, actually I feel pretty dang good, right? If I compare how I felt when, I had an injury, I feel pretty dang good. So you take your circumstances, because usually what we do is we compare to, oh, I'd be a lot more comfortable if I was sitting on the couch right now. Well, you're not going to get anywhere in life comparing your uncomfortable to comfortable. Ooh, I like that. Don't compare your comfortable to uncomfortable. Compare your uncomfortable to more uncomfortable. Does that make sense? That was a mouthful. Maybe that won't go on a t-shirt, but that is essentially the concept of compared to what? Always taking the circumstances you're in and comparing it to something that makes it look better. That's what compared to what is all about. I'm tired. Compared to what? Am I really tired? Or am I just wanting to sit on the couch, right? I don't have time. Do I not have time? Compared to what do I not have time? Compared to wanting to watch 3 hours of Netflix instead of, having to skip Netflix night. So that's what compared to what is. And compared to what is going to be a big part of my racing, and I think it's going to be written everywhere, and I'm going to tell my team that's helping me to remind me of that when I get sucky and whiny. So that's what that is. Actually, I can. Came from a friend who just launched her own apparel shop, and one of the sayings on her t-shirts was, actually I can, and I freaking loved it. Like, I don't have to explain that one, but again, that's my other mantra. So my two mantras in preparation for my next big goal, which again, I want to share with you. What are you working on right now? How can you incorporate compared to what and actually I can into your mindset as you endeavor upon whatever your next boundless pursuit is, right? Woo! So that was 4 rounds of that. Okay. So next step we're gonna get rid of this step. We don't need this step anymore. You guys good with not doing any more step ups? We're gonna do lateral. I asked her, she says, I don't know what I'm saying. I said, I know, but I'm totally stealing it from you because I absolutely love it. Actually, I can. It's just this humble cheekiness, right? Like, I just love it. All right, next round, we're going to side lunges and deadlifts are going to be be our next two, okay? If you're new, you're not gonna use weights for this. Okay, we're alternating sides. So what's the next one? Oh, so then I have a lifestyle, and I want to call it part of my Think What You Want collection, because Think What You Want is a brand that I came up with when I launched my my coaching program, and mindset being a big piece of everything we do. Think what you want. Okay, deadlifts. Okay, so we want, gotta get good form here. The weight's in between, chest is out, butt is cocked, belly button in. Okay, boobs out, cocked butt. If you're not doing this with weights, these are gonna be tricky, but you can do these without weights, and you're just gonna wanna kind of try to get as close to the floor. Let's do a couple extra. We started this one late. Think What You Want is about choosing your thoughts, right? We don't have control over what thoughts enter our mind, but we have control over what we do with the thoughts that enter our mind. And so Think What You Want is about when thoughts enter your mind, releasing the ones that don't support what you're trying to, wrong one, your goals. So releasing the thoughts that aren't in line with your goals, and only accepting the ones that you want, right? This is a difficult process. It sounds really easy. It's not easy. Because, again, our mind is wired to tell us the things that we want to believe are true. So we need to be constantly asking those questions. Compared to what? You know, am I tired? I'm tired today. Do I want to choose to believe that thought? You know, compared to what? Sometimes maybe you are tired, maybe you do need to take a rest. But probably most of the time, you're comparing it to the wrong thing, right? Let's do one more. Okay, put these right in front so you can access them quicker. So the Think What You Want line, there's two so far. There's, I'm just over here overthinking and just over here introverting, because both of those are me. I am both an introverter and an overthinker. So I talk so much. On my run the other day, my friend Kathy ran with me for the first half, and then I was on my own for the second half, and that was the day that I was struggling. And the funny thing is, when we struggle with things, they break us down, right? And when we get broken down mentally, we discover our limiting, we discover things about ourselves. So I share a funny story with you guys. Sorry. I'm so used to a rest in between. We'll do a couple extra when the buzzer goes again. Make sure you're using that core. You want to keep your knees as straight as possible, depending on your I can't think of the name. I want to say biophysics, but that's not the right word. Let's do 5 seconds longer. Is this set 3 or 4? Or 2 or 3? I think it's 3. We're gonna do one more set. So you could tell I was spending too much time with myself because I was giving myself multiple identities. So I had this thought that what limits us is that we base our decisions usually on our feelings, right? So why do we decide not to do the thing that we said we were going to do? Well, because we don't feel like it, right? Or we feel like we, deserve a rest or deserve a treat or whatever. It's we make too many of our decisions based on our feelings. And if you look at people who are successful, they don't make decisions based on feelings. Feelings don't run their life. Their goals run their life, right? And so I thought to myself, it's not that they don't have those feelings, they just don't let those feelings make their decisions. So I gave each identity a name. I named my feelings. I thought it's like having two little alter egos. I remember in a podcast, this guy said, name them. Give them names, give them descriptions, give them identities. These alter egos that you have. And he even went on to say, like, he drew pictures and gave them like a look and everything. Anyway, so I should do that. That would be fun. I could do that with Bitmojis. So I named my feelings one Jolene. Because Jolene from Dolly Parton's song is not a nice woman, right? She makes very poor decisions. And, okay. All right, next one we're gonna do is these blasted things. I need some of these in my life today. So we're gonna basically do one side, do the other side, rest. Okay, let's go. Okay, if you're new, then you don't need to use weights. And even if you are not new and you're not feeling good with form, you want that back leg to kick way up, and you want to still keep your chest out. So you don't want to reach for the floor, you want to hinge. Okay, so if you have a window or a mirror or a phone, video yourself on these. These are super easy to cheat on. I'm terrible at these, that's why we're doing them, because I got to work on them. These challenge some of the areas in my body that aren't strong and capable, which is my hips and lower back area of my body. Requires some strengthening, requires some, okay, resting. So Jolene, whenever I make decisions now that are feelings driven, they're made by Jolene. So we're going to start with the leg we finished with last time for the next set. My alter ego. The alter ego that makes decisions logically, rationally, and with the end goal in mind. Her name is Jedi. So all I loved, at first I was like, oh, that's dumb. I was just trying to think of J names. But I love Jedi because when I think of Jedi, I think humble, stoic, courageous and brave, and focused on the bigger cause. Focused on the, end goal, not immediate gratification, right? Jolene wants some immediate gratification. Jolene's pleasure driven, right? Jolene wants what Jolene wants. She's a little bit of a self-centered brat. So when I make decisions, I have to ask myself, who's in charge, Jolene or Jedi? So that's what we talked about all this nonsense on my coaching call last night, and I had them create their alter egos. So you can do the same. Ask yourself, when you're being your best self, when you're making decisions that you're proud of, with, your goals in mind, create a self-image around that identity, and then do the same thing because we all have both, right? The people who are successful in life, they just don't really listen to, they balance their ratio of which one they listen to is weighted much heavier. It's not like they don't, me, when I'm doing really well, my ratio is more Jedi than Jolene. So what's the ratio? What's your ratio right now? what areas of your life can, I'm using my names, but you use your names. Maybe yours are like Loretta. I don't know. Can you only imagine what I'm babbling about after 2 days out on the trail? Oh, my poor friends who have to run with me. Totally makes sense to me though. Okay, one more set of those. And we're going to do one more round of leg after this because I think that we started a little late. And then we're going to finish with our grand slam. So one of the things I want to add on my website is our monthly challenges. So that's going to be fun. That's something I want to work on. I'm still trying to figure out how to get my watch. Dawn, are you on Strava? And if so, do you have an Apple Watch? You probably don't. You probably have a Fitbit or a Garmin, I'm guessing. I have a Suunto, but I wear my Apple Watch daily, and I like to track, like I like my daily tracking to be in the place where I'm every day, but anyway, I'm having such a hard time linking. Strava, I'd like to build out some Strava communities for us. Okay, that is that. Take a rest. We're going to finish with pogo hops today. How's everybody doing? Fitbit. I know I have 2 watches too. So you wear Garmin and so you wear your Garmin and your Fitbit. So if I wear my Apple Watch and I wear my Suunto's like a Garmin, we're gonna do, we're not gonna do what I just said. We're gonna do sumo squats. Okay, let's go, sumo squats. Okay, so knees are pointing out. Okay, Ashley, these might be really bad on your knees, so if these are bad, just go to regular squats. I want you to pulse, actually, let's add a pulse at the bottom. Okay, knees should be driven to the back of the room. Okay, you don't want your knees caving forward. So, okay, drop the weight, and I want you to do squat jumps. These are gonna crush our souls. If you can go faster than me, like this, go for it. This is a great technique for teaching your body to flush lactic acid, but it's hard. You can see my legs are burning right now. Okay, 30-second rest. Yeah, and I could just wear my Suunto watch on my runs, but then I just want everything on my one watch, like probably the same as you, right, Dawn? Okay, back to squats. So feet are pointed out like a plie. Only point your feet out as far as you can keep your knees. So if you can't do these, lost my balance there, without your knees caving in, turn your toes in, okay? Remember, if you're just starting, if you're new, this is a lot of legs, this workout. So modify, take rests, don't do the whole thing. Every day that you show up, okay? And this is an alternative, as a low impact alternative, okay? I got out of a few of those. Get that butt down, Okay, don't cheat and do this. Okay, but drop that butt down between your knees. This is our last set, you guys, and we're gonna do Grand Slam. I'm not gonna do all. Yeah, we're gonna go into Grand Slam. So we've done our squats, done our lunges, done our jacks. I have a confession, you guys, I missed the Grand Slam the last 2 days. Not proud of that. Not proud of that. Okay, 10 burpees. 1, 2, 3. Sunday, I missed it. 4, 5, 6, because I forgot. 7, 8, 9, 10. I literally forgot, and I didn't even realize it till Monday morning. I realized I forgot to do my Grand Slam. And then yesterday, it slipped my mind again, and I remembered in the evening, and I'm sorry to say, Jolene was in charge of my mind, and Jolene won yesterday. So I'm admitting it. You guys, Jolene needs to go back to her end of town. All right, 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're gonna do Pilates 100s for our core today. Let's go into boat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep it here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Drop. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug it in. We're into our plank and our boat. So I'm not proud of that, you guys, but I share it with you because I want to be transparent. And I'm back in. We're just going to pick up. We're all going to fall off sometimes. Things, we're all going to screw up. We're all going to make mistakes. It's part of the journey, right? And all we can do is pick ourselves up and keep going. So that's what I'm doing. Here we are. We're going to complete it today. And woo! I am still on target for my 90 days, and I should figure out where I'm at with my running. Okay, hang on. We're going to do boat. 1,000-something days of running. In fact, I'll brag on myself a little bit on that one. I haven't done less than 5K since I think September 14th. So I've done 5K a day minimum for over a month now, instead of my 1 mile. My 1 mile is still my minimum. That is still my must do, but I've been doing a lot more, so. Okay, did we miss anything? Squats, lunges, push-ups, glute bridges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thanks again for joining me, you guys, ladies. Thank you. See you tomorrow. an awesome day.